So it's a beautiful, slightly rainy morning here, more like misty. And as I got to the beginning of my hike, I parked the car and there were 20 turkeys right there. I'm not kidding. 20 wild turkeys with their little wobbly noses. And two of them had their feathers all the way out. And it was really beautiful. So I was looking at all of them and kind of laughing and thinking, how fun to see wild turkeys. And then I remembered, oh shit, I have the dog. So I got out of the car, and interestingly, the turkeys kind of like were like, oh, okay, she's all right. And then I opened the back door, and the dog hadn't even stepped out yet when the turkeys were like, no, 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 no. And they ran away. And they all went self preservation, ran up a hill together, all 20 of them. And here's the deal, the reason I'm telling you this story is there was very clear communication in all of that experience without any words. And I think that we have come to believe that we need words for everything. And words are indeed fabulously helpful. And I, as a very verbal person, really love words. But you know what? I have a couple members of my family that don't, especially my oldest son. He communicates with his body and his body language, just like the turkeys did. So if I'm waiting for him to say, I don't like this, this doesn't feel safe, or here's why this doesn't feel safe, or I'm out of here, then I can get really frustrated because I'm like, use your words. And we're taught to do this. We're taught to tell kids, use your words, communicate your feelings, put names on them. But some people don't work that way. And when we tell them they're not communicating, it's not fair because they are communicating. They're communicating very clearly with their body. They're communicating somatically. And so instead of having this bias that the best communication is always verbal, what if we altered our bias and we said, hey, I want to learn to communicate with you in your language. And if mine is verbal, but yours is body language, I will learn yours and you can begin to learn mine. And together, we'll find a way to communicate that is natural to both of us. Over time, if you approach it that way, you will find that you will each learn each other's language. And yes, over time, your child will become far more verbal, and you will become far smarter about nonverbal cues, which are just as beautiful a form of communication. And we have them for a reason. Just like the animals knew just what to do, we too are coded to know just what to do, even if we can't always explain why. So trust your child's instincts. Trust their body. Trust yours. If you're the person who doesn't like to communicate in words, then trust your body's signals because they too are a language. And if you learn to speak it, you will find a whole new avenue of communication that can open up with so many more people that you love. And that is really enjoyable.